Hi Libra, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Libra, welcome back. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to me. I am very arrogant, I know. I'm just really happy to be back because I've been away for on vacation for a little over 2 weeks. And I really miss this, which is a good sign that you're doing something right, that you love. So, with no further ado, I will jump right into your reading. I'm using your awakening path as a foundation for your reading, as I believe that we're all on this awakening path right now. So Libra, let's see what's going on for you, starting with two basic cards that we're going to dive deeper into, using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, which I adore. Libra, the most uplifting inspirational message that I can find is what I'm giving you. Fast forward if you don't want to. I'm not saying anything in particular here. So, although that's a lot of cards for one card. Is that one? That's one. Okay. Wow. So that's the first, and then we're doing the second basis. It's like it probably already have like a clarification for it or something. Wow. They know what they want. You know what you want. The Hermit. The Hermit has come out so many times now. So I guess this pandemic has really made people be in hibernation, as I now am aware that it's called. Okay, so just let me look at this for just a moment before I give them to you. The first card is just really creative, and it's sort of a karmic card, which is a good thing. It seems like Libra, Libra is all about the justice, all about the balance, all about the equality for all. And it seems like you've done a really good deed lately, just sending good things out over and over again. I'm sorry, it's been a bit reflective here as I come in towards the evening of these recordings. Is a bit of a different light. If you see that, there's a gazillion things happening within this card. I wish I could. It's not going to focus. Little lights, little ornaments like those that you have in a Christmas tree. There's that little door that leads into, like, it feels like the mystery house or something like that. There's a fairy. Here's a fairy. Here's a fairy. And it's like a lot of things are mycket i görningen, I would say in Swedish. There's a lot of things are up. Like it's time. It's due. It's due for stuff to happen. It's 6 of autumn. This number 6 for me is all about connecting in with your inner self, with your inner being, so that you're in alignment, like with your higher self or your whatever you want to call it, which means that you're very much in balance. So when you're in this type of balance, good karma can happen. You're starting to, whatever you sent out over a period of time, whatever you've done for other people, thoughts you had, it's not necessarily always do stuff for other people. If you had good thoughts going out, good vibrations going out, good vibrations are coming back. But it's something about this card that is like a little bit of a karma card. So whatever you send out is now coming back. And then we have 3 of spring. I'm doing this because I can't. I need glasses. So it is a lot of playfulness. It is a lot of like good energy that has gone out. And it's interesting because it's like you're in, with this 3 of spring, it's asking you to have patience. You're fully dressed in purple, which for me means that like the spiritual transformation is there. And you really are aware of your path, aware of where you're going. If you could please focus. So this is you, and it's like you turn into this gorgeous butterfly, And then next to you here, it's like we have a caterpillar. It is a butterfly, but to me it looks like a caterpillar with wings. So it's like you have blossomed. You've gone from this caterpillar, which is larva in Swedish, caterpillar state, into a butterfly. So you have transformed a lot within yourself. And then things around you, because whatever you're sending out is coming back. Whatever you now have transformed into, is now starting to show on the outside. But what's starting to show on the outside is sort of just, this is not the actual process of they're laying in this cocoon before the butterfly actually hatches. But to me, it looks like this caterpillar with wings. So it's sort of in the beginning stages. It hasn't fully moved away from the caterpillar, and it hasn't fully blossomed into the butterfly. So it's like a combination. So it's asking you to be patient at this moment, because you might feel like things should move a bit faster, or you should see some sort of evidence of things due to how you feel. It's like, I can taste it, I can smell it, I can almost touch it. Why doesn't it show up? It is. Be a bit patient at this moment in time is what you're being asked. Whatever you're sending out is coming back. It's in the beginning stages. You're very, very soon. You're going to see it. Very soon it's going to come in. We'll continue on this path. It's the same path. We have not. No, that was the last one. Yeah, it's just a bit, it shows that you might have had a bit of a worry, some feeling, a bit of a frustrating feeling, a bit of a disappointed feeling. We have doves walking around here on the bottom. It's like you prayed over time that things were going to shift, and things really are truly shifting. Things are really undergoing a major shift in your life right now. This is almost like a bit backwards. It's like we're stepping into the past a tiny bit. Like you literally, maybe were even down on your knees at one point, sort of praying. Maybe for a gazillion years you haven't prayed, and then all of a sudden you do this. Like, who's ever out there? Can you help me? And it's just there's absolutely no reason for you to feel this way. Absolutely no reason. We here have doves on the ground, 2 doves. They're sort of showing off or doing a little dance to sort of get your attention that they're coming with peace. This situation, whatever situation it is, it's so reflective, which is an interesting message, that it's very reflective. Whatever you're feeling, or whatever you're sending out is coming back. So I believe that for a while there, because maybe you were a bit worrisome, maybe not walking around, excuse me. Oh, sorry for 2 seconds. Just gonna dive right in here again. Yeah, whatever worrisome feeling has been around you, that has been in the past, and that's what you've been sending out. And so maybe you've had some sort of response or some sort of evidence that, like I said, you're not walking around feeling worried all the time, but it's like a tiny bit of vibration that is active, maybe you're not even knowing about it, that is gonna settle, because you're gonna feel like this is the overall feeling. This is what I get from you, Libra. You stepped into some true gorgeousness here, and we're seeing the evidence of it starting to manifest. So this worrisome feeling, it's really unnecessary. It just really is. It's the number 9, so it's the end of worry. It's the end of the old as you know it. And then we step into 5 of autumn, and 5 for me is all about change and your life path. And I believe you're changing your life path. There's something with this card, like there's something that is sort of working against you. You feel it's your own energy, is your own, like somebody doesn't want me to do this, or like when people say it's a sign I shouldn't do it, it's a sign, it's a red flag, it's a whatever, what have you. It's not. It just means you're out of alignment right now, and you need to get back in more to alignment so that you feel what is the right thing for you to do. But because you feel a bit, or have been feeling a bit, it's interesting because the past is coming up a tiny bit, and I'm usually never interested excuse me, in the past, and I'm definitely not interested in the past for you. I want to bring you the most uplifting like message that we can find right now for you, from now and to the future. So there's something of interest with the past for you right now, and maybe it's lingering there because you're sort of revisiting it over and over again. You're not unique in any shape or form. I think the human condition is to look into the past. You wake up remembering everything that has happened rather than being completely clear and moving forward. But there's something with this 5 of Autumn that it feels like this career change, this change of life path, this change in your relationships, or change overall in your life. It's sort of, it's not fitting. It doesn't fit. It's like it's inconvenient. Like you want to shift all of this, but the rest is saying, no, I don't think so. It's the feeling of having to drag everybody along, to push everybody in front of you, and it's getting a bit tiresome. So it's interesting because it's like we have 2 cards here. They're like magical and tingly and Christmassy and ornamenty, and the mystery house. The mystery house is there. Like there's so many beautiful things. Talking about alignment. 6, love. How you are in alignment, so much so that we're starting to see evidence on the outside. It hasn't fully bloomed yet, but it's like we're transforming. You've transformed, so you're starting to see the transformation on the outside as well. Then there is a tiny bit of worry here, and there is a tiny bit of, it's inconvenient. It feels like, I know it's such a silly thing to say, but can you just please drop that? Can you just please stop feeling worried? Or please stop feeling frustrated or disappointed that things are not moving in the way that you want them to move? Because that is the only thing that is standing in the way of you and things moving. Is your own energy. So just stop it. Then, this is the Hermit. Yet another number 9. Big endings, and you are in hermit mode. Where there's there's a big change here, guys. I see a snake. It's not a snake in the image, but I still see it. I see a snake, and I see I don't know if are you a tiny bit fearful of this change? Like, do you see how glowy you are? You're completely like, this is you, and it's just glittering. It glitters all around you, and you're standing there with your magical wand that is really on fire. It's really light and beautiful. And then, so what I'm receiving, the message is that there's major change here. But I see this creature on the bottom, like a little bit of a worry, there. Like, if that's a person that you're worried about, that you're worried that this situation is not going to happen. Like, there's a tiny bit of a fear here. There's a hermit mode for sure. You've been in hermit mode, but I feel like you're stepping out of it. Because we have 7 here. It's also like a completion. It's time to reap what you've sown. It's like you're taking out the crystal, or you're taking out, it's like you're starting to be more playful. This has turned into my dancing card just over these past, like, however many readings I've done now. It's my dance, sing, be creative, have fun, do whatever you want to do. She's on the ice skating. So there might be actual ice skating for some of you guys. Hope you see that. to go into what you find is the most fun, what you consider to be the most fun, is where you're going to find this ultimate balance and sort of tip the scale, if that makes sense. We're going to go deeper into this, each one of those. It's almost like they're combined, so I don't know why they come out separate in the way like this. Yeah. We're going to go deeper into this. Weird. I'm getting a whole new message. A whole new message. Okay. So maybe that was that, and we're getting a whole new message. A whole new message, guys. It's almost like the whole thing there was like a past. It's almost like we're doing a past, present, future thing, which I never do. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I felt this presence, and I felt like, because I was sort of trying to tune into what's going on here, and instead of just staying clear, it's such an interesting message coming through. And I stopped the recording at exactly 16:16. So that's a double 16, and the indicator, I'm so for the numbers. 16 for me is all about sudden shifts and sudden changes. It's a double 16. And so you're in a major shift and a major change here. It feels like, Libra, the second that you're opening up, and I don't think it's a general reading. I think I might tap into like one or two people here about this. It's like you're almost saying, I can't get a break. I can't catch a break here. The minute you open up, something else comes in to sort of dim the light a bit. And I yet again, I want to say it's your own energy. And you might argue with that, and you might say it's not. It really is not. I'm staying positive. I'm doing all the right things. I'm doing blah blah blah. Whatever you're doing, I am here to say that's your own energy. And if you just continue on, just feel like whatever you think might be lurking in the bushes is not going to happen. It isn't going to happen. There's nothing bad happening. But there's a sudden shift and a sudden change times 2 here. So it's like a double emphasis on it. It's not like two things, but a double emphasis. So I think that you feel so different within yourself that I don't know, that you almost sometimes have like a schizophrenic vibe. Like it's, who am I? What is going on here? It's so many different weather patterns, like up and down and up and down. There's so many shifts going on globally in just everything. And Libra, being the sensitive, if I just completely generalize and categorize you, you're such a sensitive person. And so tuning into all of that is going to make you feel like, who am I? What is going on here? Am I under attack? Is there something going on here that I don't see? Like you feel like a vibe of it. It's not. So then you tend to step back. You are all this gorgeousness. You are in balance. You are so clear about moving forward and where you're going, and sort of dropping whatever sort of is behind you. But it's like you then go into hermit mode. As soon as you find an opening, it becomes a bit scary, because the opening is so new and it's so unfamiliar. It's like you would wake up tomorrow. Have you seen 50 First Dates or something? It's sort of silly and sort of beautiful at the same time, with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, I believe, where she has no recollection of who she is. So each morning when she wakes up, Adam Sandler has to tell her over and over again who she is, where she is, what has happened, and so forth. And it's like you would wake up tomorrow, and everybody in your house, whatever you live, it's like you don't recognize yourself where you're at, and the people around you, like, who are they? That's, I feel like you've asked for a grandnormous, you can say that, change, and that change is about to happen if you allow it. But it's happening to the degree that sometimes it's like you walk in and you wonder, who are these people for real? Who are these people? Or you wonder, like shit is what I'm going to say. What happened there for a bit? It's like you lose track of who you are. You lose track of time, or like, this is a very specific message, and it's a very different message. I usually get my like 2 basic cards, and then we go deeper into those, and then we have an extension. I just want to say that I'm not going to be able to do the extension for you guys today. I do apologize for that. But it feels like, of course, everything is always supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. There's such a different message coming through here for you, Libra. Very, very different message. So and then I get like, okay, so I get 4 cards for the first card, and then I get 2 cards for the other card. So we already have 6 cards on the table when you usually have 2. And then when I go to sort of clarify those, it's like, no, we're done. Brand new message. Okay? So it's almost like we say, okay, old life, done. Let's now talk about the yummy stuff. So let's talk about the yummy stuff. Okay. Yeah. Yep. The world. Number 21. 21 for me is the lucky star. Lucky number 21. Lucky in love, lucky in money, lucky in lottery. It's a lottery number, 21. The world, it speaks about how you have closed one chapter, literally closed a life, a lifetime. Doesn't matter if you're 25 or 95, you closed a lifetime, moving into something new. The world, look at yourself, if you would focus a bit. You're stepping out, like you're stepping out of your hermit mode. There's no more hermit mode. This is a completely different life. It's a completely different way of looking at that life, and I think you're gonna feel completely different. It's like you're a changed creature. There's something with the V shape here. Venus. Feels very feminine. It's all I'm getting. Venus is all I'm getting. So maybe that means something to somebody. The world means that you're stepping out from the old and coming into something new. You're choosing a different path. And on the bottom it says a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So it's like we're sewing it all together. As I said that, it says 20. I was going to drop that, but I'm not. It says 23 on the clock. You might see these aligning numbers now. Like you might see 23. You might see 16. You might see 11, because that's speaking a lot about being in alignment. 23 for me is the star of the lion. So there might be a Leo connection here somehow. But the star of the lion is like a wish fulfillment. There's strength, there's power, there's knowing thyself. So should we do? Yes, we should. So we should do a deepening of this card. Clarification for the world. For the new. Wow. It's like you wanted to show how much life you lived before. And then like scratch that. Still made you into somewhat of who you are, but okay, I just have to stop because I have to say you could have even have had like blanks, like blanking out, like that's why I say schizophrenic also, like a bit of dementia. And I don't mean to disrespect anybody who really has or really are struggling with real dementia. Is that what it's called? It's like you lose your memory. All of a sudden it's like, what was I doing? And even though you try to find it, like usually if you just stop and you think a bit, oh, yeah, right, that's what it's like, you don't find it. It's like you're erasing whoever you were in the past because you want to be so brand new. And that is starting to happen. And even though you asked for it, it's like you forget that. You forget that you asked for it. So it's like, so when that starts to happen, it's like, what is wrong? I need to sleep more. Or I need to, like, what's wrong with me? It's nothing is wrong with you. You're just shape-shifting. You're becoming this new creature. It's like you're trying. I love this image. Three of autumn. So 3 is all about creativity, fun, passion, joy. It's asking you, it's like you're this little dude here, trying to, like, it looks a bit bland, it looks a bit 3D, and it's like every once in a while, I don't know if you see that in the back there. It's like this major, like this grand angel is just soaring about, just being around you in the sky, in the heavens, being with you. It's like you open the heavens gate or something. You've tapped into something I think is quite unusual. The whole reading is very unusual. And the fact that I'm sort of a tiny bit disturbed by it, it's telling that, you know, as soon as we're shaken, like I usually do this card and then this card and then I clarify it and then, you know, as soon as we are sort of put outside of our comfort zone, it's a bit disturbing. And that's why you go into the hermit mode again. Like, what's going on here? This feels really good, but new. So new. I don't want to go there. That type of feeling. And but every once in a while you stay there for a bit. Is that actually focusing? It's like you're trying your magic. You're trying to sort of make, it's almost like you try to make fire, like you never were able to make fire, and it's like you're just realizing how you can make fire, and every once in a while you're getting a spark. And you feel like you're onto something. You're tapped into a completely different dimension here, where you have access to probably things that nobody else has ever had access to. At least not in this time-space reality. Because there's like magical things happening on top of this very bland 3D world. Is like, let's try this, and you have like it's like an oversoul, an over angel, like watching you, being with you on this journey. Can we have some advice, please? Some advice for Libra in this situation? Wow. The Wheel, Princess of Spring, and 10 of Spring. So we have 2 number, is that all we have here? Yeah, 2 number 9, 2 number 3, and 2 number 10. 10 is talking about a completion. There's a lot of completion here, talking about how you're leaving stuff behind and moving on. Completion. So the Wheel is the world. You packed up the bag, you moved on. There's the Wheel there in the middle. She's like, I see this as Sleeping Beauty waking up after 100 years. It's the Wheel there in the middle. So it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's like it's super success. You're moving on into the future with a brand new outlook and a brand new life. It's almost almost like I see this. I don't know if you've seen those. I've seen probably all of them. I have a 20-year-old son who's really into Marvel and DC and all of that. The superpower people, and yeah, is that the Fantastic Four? I think where some is like they're trying out their superpowers, and is one of them are catching fire. He's catching fire every once in a while. He's like, he can't deal with it yet because he doesn't understand how it works. That's what you look to me here. It's like you have your ordinary clothes on, and all of a sudden, like you catch on fire. And it's like, ooh, can somebody help me? Can you spray water on me or something? I don't know how to like get rid of this. It's so amazing, and it's telling you to ask other people for help, like whether that's internally, maybe you get an internal, like this major oversoul, this major angel that's with you. Maybe that's the only place that you can really find true answers, because that's the only place to really have any answers for what type of transformation that you're going through. Or there's actually other people that I don't know of living on this earth today. Probably we have masters that we don't know of. But when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So there's something about like looking into somebody that may help you on this path, on this journey to discover your superpowers. And then I'm going to end with this. Princess of Spring. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. This is you laying a brand new foundation. This is you now. We've gone from, like, you're still this butterfly. You've still gone from caterpillar to butterfly, but look at what has happened around you now. When you step into this gorgeousness, to this creativity, and when you're laying a new foundation for yourself, like starting a brand new life from like almost a different species perspective. I don't know how to say it in any other way. What happens to the caterpillar moving slightly into the butterfly has now become butterflies all around you. So if you just keep going, keep moving on this path, I don't know where you're going to end up. It's freak. I want to be Libra this week for sure. I am full on. When these types of things happen, it's sort of very intriguing to me. So I am a Libra. And if you just continue on this path, you're going to start to see miraculous shifts around you, even on the outside, not just on the inside. Whatever you feel on the inside is going to start to take shape on the outside. Try to give yourself permission to be weird, to not know, to not understand, but just let things happen. And then you can tell me what you do and I can learn. Okay, I hope this is helpful. A bit weird this time. I hope it resonates with some of you guys out there. I do apologize that I don't have an extended for you this week. I probably will next week. Take care. Thank you. Take care. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.